thank you so much for joining me again for another YouTube tutorial, which is going to be another awesome one because it always is. Okay, so today's look, as you can see, is Terminator. I'll be back, which I will be because I have another tutorial coming out next week. So a lot of people say Terminator makeup, like, you know, anything with special effects, it can't be sexy. But in my opinion, I think this looks pretty sexy. I think you can have a good balance, gory and like cool special effects with like nice and like sexy, sultry, seductive type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Let's not waste any more time. Let's get started on the makeup tutorial. So we're going to start off by sketching out some shapes on our face. These are really random. This is all dependent on wherever you want your special effects to go. So I want it to be around my eye area, and I also want to put a little section around the jawline. I'm just using a black eye pencil by NYX. You can basically use anything. Don't use a white though, because that'll mess up your coloring. And then I'm going to take this black cream, which you can get at the Halloween store. Kryolan also has some great ones. And I want to apply that all around the eye area. I'm using this little condensed concealer brush to apply it, just so I can get a great application right close to the lash line. So you want to make sure it's all covered right up to the lash line, lower and upper. Then I'm starting to outline that in a black liquid liner just to intensify the shape, and then I'm going to carry that liquid liner all the way through the entire design. So around the eye area and also inside that jawline area that I kind of marked off. Think of something mechanical, you know, inside of a clock, appliances, technology, things like that. So think of like bolts and, you know, nuts and all of these straight lines, switchboards, things like that. So be creative about it. You can also Google images to help figure out what kind of shapes to create on the inside. So once you're done creating these shapes, you can start adding in your silver, which is the fun part. So I've got a darker silver and a lighter silver, and I've got a Mehron mixing liquid. I'm going to add the pigment and the Mehron mixing liquid in together, mix it up really nicely, and that gives me this nice silver kind of paste. And it's very intense, and that's why you need the mixing liquid, because you want to have it look like metal. So basically the outlines that you've drawn in, you're going to fill those in with the silver, and you're going to fill it in with darker silvers, lighter silvers to give it some depth and dimension, because you really want to add to it and give it like a three-dimensional look. And don't worry if it gets a little messy, because we're going to outline it with the black liquid liner again, and look at how amazing it looks. It looks amazing! Then we're going to take our silicone compound and add that around the area. If you want to know how to mix the silicone compound correctly so it doesn't cure, make sure to check out my Joker Batman tutorial. Link is right here. And so we're just going to apply that all around the area, obviously around the eye and around the jawline. And we're going to wait for a little bit and then start kind of pushing it outwards. And again, to see the proper application of this, check out the Batman Joker tutorial, because I do kind of like a full run through of how to use the silicone compound in there. And then we're going to go in and add some color. I'm adding a little bit of like a reddish black around the outer corners, give it a little bit more dimension, and then blood around the outside. And again, I go through how to do this outer layer in my Joker Batman tutorial. So you can go ahead and leave it like this, leave it a little bloody. I've got some fresh scab up in there too, also some blood. So some people like to use a bit of foundation on the silicone and use the highlighting and shading in that sense, and some people like to make it all bloody. So I'm going to show you what both ways kind of look like. So right here is an example of the bloody look. So you can just go crazy with the blood and scabs and all of that stuff. It's a great way to cover up any like edges or, you know, mistakes that you've made. And this is a look with the highlighting with foundation on the edges. A little too light though. Get your tones right. The tone over here is a little too light for my highlighting. I want to know if you also think that this is sexy, and if it's a good kind of like balance of sexy and like, you know, special effects type of makeup, like sexy and cool, like crazy cool sexy. Is that TLC? I don't even know, but you know what I'm trying to say. So there we have it. Thank you once again for joining me for another YouTube tutorial, which has been a lot of fun. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. But yeah, that would be excellent. And also, don't forget to check out some of my cool things on Facebook. And we're also on Instagram now. Very new to it. Don't really know how it really works. But all of our links are listed below to Instagram. We'd love to have you follow us. And comment below if you like this video. Bye!